Welcome to Villain Swap. Hi, I'm Jordan, your Nerd of Gold, and in this series I like to switch heroes and villains so that way we can see if we can get better conflicts and better stories out of them. Today I want to focus on the hero Firestorm. Firestorm is a character who there's been a couple different iterations of him in the sense that it's a title and people have taken different roles within it, but basically it's two people who've been exposed to something called the Firestorm Matrix, which allows them to fuse into a single super being that gives them nuclear-based powers, so they can manipulate atoms, they can shoot radiation, fly, all that kind of stuff. I think Firestorm is really fun because he's basically a Spider-Man version of Captain Atom or Dr. Manhattan, and I think that gives him a lot of potential to do different things within the story. But I think his power also means he's incredibly powerful. He's very shy of manipulating reality itself, but his inexperience limits him as to what he can do. So I think it would be really fun to put him up against a villain who can really test his abilities, and that's going to be the enemy Eric Drekken. And you're like, who's Eric Drekken? Eric Drekken was a villain introduced over in Action Comics created by Grant Morrison and Rag Morales. Basically, he's a guy who can evolve on command, and I think that ability makes him incredibly dangerous because he can become whatever he needs to. So if Firestorm starts changing one thing, he'll just evolve into another thing. And I think that would be an incredibly creative battle, a battle of the two minds that create Firestorm, trying to figure out a way to stop Eric Drekken from killing them, because again, he can evolve into whatever he needs to be in order to win the situation. So I just fundamentally think that would be a very fun battle, a very sci-fi battle too, and you can make him a recurring villain for Firestorm because as he gains more experience, so will Drekken, because Drekken can become what he needs to be. If like a few cells of Eric Drekken survive, then basically he can evolve into a new version of himself, and that's always going to give him an eternal enemy for Firestorm as he becomes more and more experienced with his nuclear based powers. But let me know, is that a villain fight that you would want to see?